Hey y'all, I wanted to make a video that showed you how easily you can replace the emotion UI, because I think that is going to turn a lot of buyers off because it just looks so difficult to navigate with. But here's mine. It's running ADWX, and I'm going to start with the app that I use to turn the phone on. It's called Awesome On. I don't use that proximity sensor smart screen on because it doesn't work well on this phone for whatever reason. So here we go. You just tilt the phone and it brings it to the lock screen. Then I have the LG particle selected. LG lock screen is an app and it lets you do that particle whoosh. I love that. Then also, this is the lobby of my phone, if you will. I have it as my default screen. I don't have a lot of clutter, but all my clutter is down here, and that's an app dock that is in ADWX. One thing about ADWX that I love so much is that it allows you to lock the desktop. And what that means is that I won't all of a sudden look at my phone and my thing has moved to like over, well, the desktop is locked. So you would go here and you would go here and you would just say unlock desktop. Then when you're there, like, you're not going to see this suddenly move, because with the phones today, everything is so easy to touch and move, and sometimes my folder will disappear because I've accidentally moved it off of the grid, and then I don't even remember what shortcuts were in there, and it drives me crazy. So I love having the ability to lock my desktop. Right there, one touch, it's locked. So, and then there's also something called Touch Blocker, and that lets you, if you do this, no touch input will work at all. You just lock it and now nothing works. You can't do anything. Or if you want it back, you just click to enable. So, well, it's locked. Now it's enabled. It turns red to green. Really easy to use. And it's really nice if you're playing videos and you don't want them to be disrupted. Another great app that doesn't allow disruption is the floating browser. And what makes that so great is you can open a browser here and you can go ahead and open another one. So that's true multitasking. And another nice thing is that once you're playing the video, you can shut off the whole screen and the video will still play. So that's nice too if you're just listening to a video. Let's go ahead, turn it back on and shut it off. There we go. So I want to show you the app drawer because ADWX lets you get really fancy with the app drawer. Mine right now is running vertical 4D, and I can do anything I want with the app drawer just like normal. If I want to make a shortcut, you just, well, I can't now because I have it locked, but if I did, I could just hold it and it would create. Or I can go here, and that's another app drawer that I downloaded from the market, and it's in vertical form, and it lets you change the font, the size, the icons. You can even change the name, although I don't think it'll let you. Whoops. See, it'll let you. What's nice about the desktop being locked, but not the touches being locked, are you can still use all your apps. You just can't move anything around. You can't add something. So that way, you know, it's going to always be how you left it. And I love that. And just a quick tap and you can now unlock it. So there you go. I mean, couldn't be more simple. Another thing is, like I had mentioned, this is not part of my wallpaper. This is actually a widget that lets you either load a whole series of pictures or just one. I like the leopard, so I leave that as static. But that's really cool, and you can change the size of the frames, and that's called Android Widget. It lets you change the frames, the size, everything. Very nice. And that's pretty much it. So just to let you know, you can make this phone your own in 2 seconds flat, and for $299, you know, I've been singing this guy's praise for like a week now, but I have nonstop been using this phone. We took it out yesterday. We went to Houston and we used it for navigation. It was just heart-stopping because it was so big and awesome. And I was just like, this is the best phone I've ever had for the price. And I hate to always mention the price because it's really a great phone even not considering the price. But there's just no way that you can think that you're getting all this and not think about how cheap it is. So it kind of has to be said, even though If this were a $500-$600 device, I wouldn't be like, oh, this phone sucks. No way. But the added bonus of it being so inexpensive is what I think really adds to it and makes it just a totally enjoyable experience all the way around, because you know you're not breaking the bank and you're getting the full Android experience. I mean, until Android L comes out, which that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother time, but suffice to say, once Android L hits, I will be scrounging to find old devices, because that is something that is just so completely overhauled to the point where it doesn't even resemble the little green robot that we've all come to know and love. And if somebody could just explain to me in a few sentences or less why these manufacturers and these companies will take something that is so embraced by the masses and completely overhaul it as if it were BlackBerry or some dying thing. Because if you see, and I'm going to put a link to the description in this video, I read on Tech Radar, I watched a video for about 5 minutes, what Android L is all about. It is so confusing and convoluted. It's like the Google YouTube page. If you are a Google Plus person, or if you're forced to be a Google Plus person, the way after Google took over YouTube, you can never find anything the same way twice. They've changed everything. They force you to be using your real name, which is a good thing in a way if you're a troll. But I think there should be some kind of system where they kind of monitor, because they monitor everything else. So let them monitor how many negative posts you put that get like a lot of thumbs down or something. And then they can force you to use a real name or not allow you to have an account. I think that would be a good system. But if you're somebody that just has a cute name that you've had for like 10 years, hello, me, Bossy Texas Chick. I love my name. I think it's so cute. I'm not trying to hide behind anything. It's just who I am, how I am. And Google just refuses to really recognize me as anyone but Carol Cardella, which I don't mind, but BTC is just, I love it. And so I just want you to know that I hate Android L, period. Just like I hated Windows 8, and here it is a couple of years later, and I don't like Windows 8 any more than I did. So for all those people that are like, oh, you'll get used to it, no, I won't. And for all those people that are like, oh, Android L is innovation, it's, you know, it's the next thing. Well, y'all can have it. I don't understand if you've got like 128,000 or million activations a day embracing the Android system the way you have it, the way it's been. Why would you turn around and just do a complete overhaul? And from what I heard, I don't even think regular devices will be running Android L, which really kind of is such a contradiction, because supposedly when they made KitKat, it was so that even phones that were running 500 megabytes of RAM could be, you know, upgraded to the latest software, and people wouldn't have to run out and buy a new device with higher specs. So I thought that was a real positive step in a good direction. But with this Android L, everything is just so, they're just taking everything to the next level, and they're doing it all at the same time. And from what I could tell with the layers and the flattening and the, oh, it's just, it's a hot mess. And you heard that here first. I hope it fails. You heard that too. And get ready with all your hate comments, because I'm just going to block anybody that writes me something mean, because I know that there are a lot of people that think like me, and they might not be people that come and visit the channel, so I might not get as much support for how much it's changing, but I guarantee you they're in their living rooms, or they're in the phone stores, or they're wherever, and they're trying to navigate through this new Android L, and they're like, what? Huh? I don't, I bet you it's going to be their downfall. I bet you they're going to go back to the simple, easy, customizable system of Android of old. You mark my words. You heard it here first, folks. Okay, thanks, y'all. Bye.